Our thanks to Moreno as well, who will join the pole position riders for a photo at the end. Just a quick reminder on the BMW M Award for Best Qualifier of 2018. Johann Zarco still leads on 102 points. Marc Marquez second with 96. Cal Crutchlow third with 64. And Valentino Rossi moves up to fourth in those standings with 62 points. We'll start as ever then with Valentino Rossi. You said in the test a few weeks ago that maybe it wasn't so good. Things seem to be going quite well here this weekend. Qualifying is not always your strong point. Your last front row was in Aragon last season. Your last pole position was Japan in 2016. C'è spettacolo, Valentino.
Grazie, thanks. Yes, like you said, it was a long time without pole position, because last year never. But especially this year, I struggle a lot in the quali. I was never on the front row, so come back on the front row with the pole position is something special, and in Mugello also more. So we work on the bike in the test in Barcelona. We are able to improve a little bit the balance. We don't have a lot of new stuff, but we try to find something in the past, something old, for try to understand. And in reality, I feel good with the bike. And also during the weekend, we try to improve the feeling with the front, the corner speed, the turning, and it was good. With the race tires, will be hard. For us, for me, for sure. I hope also for our opponent, for the other riders, for the other bikes, because both tires are very much under stress. And when you put harder tire, you can arrive at the end of the race, but you lose a lot of performance. So the race will be longer as always, but it's a great moment. Was a great feeling after a long time.
And talking about the race going to tomorrow, it looks like there's a lot of riders that race pace-wise, low 148s, maybe some late 147s, possibly 7 or 8 riders fighting for the podium.
Yes, looking at the pace, unfortunately, is more on 47 than on 48, because a lot of riders are fast. I think that the first 7 can fight for the victory. Because I have a lot of different bikes and different riders that have a great pace. Will be very important the work from today to tomorrow for try to improve the small details, and will be crucial, I think, the tire choice front and rear for everybody. And after we see, from the pole position is always a great place to start, but the race is long. We see.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
Valentino. Moving on to Jorge Lorenzo, it's also your first front row since Aragon last year, and given the speculation that's going on off circuit at the moment, it must be really nice just to focus on the bike, get a good feeling, and qualify second on the grid here for tomorrow's Grand Prix.
Yes, before I said I wasn't in first row till Austria, but I didn't remember the Aragon one. So yeah, long time that I'm not here apart from the press conference. So a pleasure to be again competitive, and especially to feel better on the bike. That this gives me the confidence and mainly the energy to keep my pace for longer. So I think we are more prepared now to fight for the race than other races, but we need to demonstrate it on Sunday.
In terms of your pace, you look very, very competitive throughout free practice 4. You must be quite happy, especially starting from the front row. Your starts in races recently have been really good, so you must fancy your chances of getting into turn 1 in first place also. Yeah.
In the last 2 races, I started in second row, and I could overtake some riders, but you need to do it again, so it's not simple. Anyway, good position for tomorrow. Just for a little bit, I couldn't get my first pole position for Ducati. That will be amazing, but the important thing is the feeling, the confidence, and the saving of energy for this race.
Well done to you, Jorge Lorenzo. Third place, and on the front row also, Maverick Vinales. I suppose a similar situation to Valentino and Jorge. It's nice to get these good feelings, the hotter temperatures. You seem to have found a setting that you like, and you start from a competitive position on the grid.
Well, actually, this morning went quite bad. So I didn't expect to be in the first row because in the morning I couldn't improve the lap time from yesterday. But finally, we worked hard in the garage. We know where we had the problems, where we struggle a lot. And FP4 seems to do a big step, especially on the rhythm with used tires. And on the qualifying, after Q1 was difficult. In Q2 I used one medium and then another soft. Maybe it was not the best combination, but I felt good. I felt good on the bike. The team is working better every day. It's a tough moment, but for sure, we never give up. And when I have confidence, I can be in the front.
Q1 was so close.
Yes.
It looked like you got some information from your team.
Yeah.
Tito Rabat
Luckily.
was right behind you.
Yeah, luckily.
It must have been an interesting moment.
Luckily, because if he takes the slipstream, I will not be third. So, luckily, the team sent me the message. I just give up on the lap, and that was, I think, the key to be in the third row.
Well done to you, Maverick. So that's your front row, ladies and gentlemen, for MotoGP tomorrow. Valentino Rossi, Jorge Lorenzo, and Maverick Vinales. Moving on to Moto2. Matteo, we spoke to you last year, of course, a spectacular victory here at your home race in Mugello, your third race win in Mugello, and now you've got your first pole position as well. The good news is your race pace looks very good also.
Yes, it's a very great pleasure to back on the first row, especially from the pole position and especially here in Mugello because it's a very special track for me. For sure will be difficult tomorrow to replicate the race of the last year, but we do our best for take it home the best result possible. My race pace is quite good. The feeling with the bike is quite good. We changed a bit the bike from here because in the last two races I struggled a lot with the bike and we are not so much competitive like the other. But here the feeling come back and the biking working so well. I can enjoy the ride, the bike, the circuit, and this is perfect. For sure tomorrow there is so many riders with a good pace, and I think there are almost 5 riders for fighting for the victory and also for the podium. Then our objective is to stay in this group and try to fighting for the podium, and we will see what happened after the checkered flag.
Apart from Le Mans, you've had a very strong start to the year. Last season it was not so good at the start. Has there been a change in your mentality, in your approach for this season?
Well, for sure, it's the first time in my career that I can stay in one normal team for 3 years and working normal like all the other riders. And this is the biggest difference because, there is so much new talent. There is so much that the level of Moto2 is so high, and it's difficult to stay on the top if you can't work day by day and for a long time. That is the most difference, I think. But also from when I'm back with the left brake, this was a great step for me. And we will see what happens. For sure, this year I have a very good feeling, and the championship is still so much long, and I think we can fight for this championship.
Well done, Matteo. Finally, we move on to Moto3, a regular visitor to the qualifying press conference room. Jorge Martin, it's your 4th consecutive pole, your 13th overall. You got your tactics absolutely spot on because Mugello can be very difficult in qualifying.
Yes, I have a really great feeling with the bike. As you can see, the whole season also last year I was really fast in one lap. But anyway, this weekend I was working all the weekend alone. I think this is really important in this track because there's a lot of riders that can be at the top. But anyway, I feel really good with used tires also, always alone. I think this is really important. And yeah, tomorrow will be difficult because there's always a big group here. But, I think maybe we can make the difference.
And it's been so unlucky for you the last 2 Grand Prix, but in another way, you've not lost too much ground in the championship.
Yes, we start really good in Qatar. Also in Austin, we get another win. But then the last 2 races, another rider's fault destroy my race. But we are really close in the championship, just 8 points. And well, anyway, I'm not looking at the championship for the moment and try to win tomorrow.
Okay, well done to you, Jorge Martin. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Floor questions, please.
Yeah, just a quick question for Valentino. Can you explain the Mugello helmet design, please?
Yeah, it's come si dice, un omaggio, tribute to Italy. Yeah, you know, before Mugello, go always to Aldo to try to understand, try to decide the helmet, and they said this year I want a helmet with the Italian flag. I feel this, and so I like a lot my design this year. So try to put the Italian flag on the helmet, and it's good.
Hi, another question for Valentino. 2 years ago, pole position, the difference was almost 3/10 of a second to 96. Can you explain the difference? What changed between 2 seasons ago? Where did you put the most emphasis to gain so much time? Tires, you, competition, track?
For me, I think yes. In 2016, I did the pole position, but it was 46.8. I think no 46.5. Depends because depends also year by year. I think that the bigger improvement are the tires compared to 2016 because Michelin work well during this winter, and in 2016 was the first season for them. Now you can push more on the front, and you have a better grip on the rear. So I think the tire and also the bike improve. The track more or less is the same, but also the other category are very fast. So I think that have a good grip today. And after for make the pole position, for make the good lap, you have to arrive always at the limit without make any mistake. So and sometimes happen, and is a great feeling.
Valentino, I asked you in Le Mans about the improvement in the M1. You told me the track helped you. What's the point here? Have you made another step?
Yes, we work a bit also in Barcelona, nothing special, but looks like we improve a bit the balance. And allora, first of all, it's better I answer to this question after the race tomorrow, because one lap is one story, and the race will be more difficult. But anyway, historically, also Mugello is a good track for the Yamaha. But like you said, is a surprise also for me, also for us to be in the front row.
Valentino, back here. It seems like in the 4 sectors there's different bikes that are very fast there. Do you expect that tomorrow will be more or less a tactical race? Because I think, for instance, Maverick is struggling in FP3, in Sector 3, and some riders are really fast in Sector 1, Sector 2, and so on. Do you expect a tactical race then tomorrow?
It depends very much from the pace and from the potential, because in the last period you don't see a lot of strategic race. Maybe sometimes markets, because usually when you have an advantage you can decide. But I don't do a strategic race from 5-6 years, I think. And tomorrow we will see, because like you said, you have a lot of different factors. We are fast in the T3, that is good for our bike, but the T4 is very much about the engine also, so we lose a little bit, and will be very, very important the slipstream, but also the braking for the last corner and also for the San Donato. I think will be interesting, because you have different riders and also different bikes, more or less with the same pace.
A question for Lorenzo. 2 weeks ago during the race, you said that you had some troubles with the position of the fuel tank with its ergonomy. Did you solve the problem in the 2 weeks' time, or are you worried about it for tomorrow?
Yes, pretty much we solved this big problem that we have this year with the new bike that creates a different ergonomy, and I suffer more than the rest of the riders. So finally arrived some modification in the full tank that give me much more support, and I can ride more comfortably and faster. Yeah.
Question for Valentino. Can you describe the emotion on the cool-down lap when you saw everyone? Does it make you 10 years younger?
Yeah, yes, this is the feeling, yes. I did the cool-down lap very, very slow, because I wanna enjoy the moment, because I don't know how many more pole I can do in my career, especially in Mugello. So I have to say ciao to some of my friends around the track that I know the position, and also I say ciao to everybody one by one. It's a great feeling. Also, if you have to think that the important is tomorrow. But it's a great emotion, and looks you feel 10 years younger. Yes, this can describe.
Okay, gentlemen, that's all for today. The very best of luck to you all tomorrow. If I could ask you all now to please stand for the photo. Thank you very much.